Hi, beautiful people. Welcome once more to our YouTube channel. This is Havila School of Marriage
Marriage.
by your very own Dr. Mrs. Crysantus and Linda Nzometia. It's such an honor for us to have you here with us today. If this is your first time, you're so welcome. You're a VIP. Don't
Hmm.
forget to subscribe and leave a comment. We'll be glad to read from you. In Havila School of Marriage, we talk about courtship, we talk about singles, we talk about marriage and family, and of course, safe pregnancy, safe delivery.
Hmm.
But today, we're talking about something very vital. La FENCAP, how to keep your family financially buoyant.
Hmm. Keeping your family financially buoyant.
Hmm.
We are going to be sharing with you 15 points.
Hmm.
15 points that we think that if you take them into practice, your family will be financially strong.
Mhm.
The first is to evaluate your financial level per season.
Wow.
One thing you must know is that your marriage will evolve in seasons.
Yes.
You may enter into your family, into your marriage in a struggling season, a season where you are still struggling, or in a season where you're already financially fit. So you will get into different seasons. Some seasons where you are still in lack, some seasons where you are just managing a little, some seasons where you have abundance. You need to evaluate to know your level per season. That's the first. The second thing is not to spend above that level.
Hmm.
If you diagnose your financial level, don't spend above that level. Spend within that level and make sure you spend below that level. Below that level, because you must have some kept for unforeseen circumstances. We're taught in
Yes.
economics that you
Hmm.
keep money for unforeseen circumstances. Plan on it before spending. What is there? The one that you have chosen to spend. Plan. Don't go and spend everything before realizing that, hey, I needed to buy this, I needed to get this, and then you have to start going to your savings.
Ah.
Sit down and write down a list. Make your scale of preference. What are the different things we need to buy? Do your scale of preference on it. What are the priority things? Buy them first. What are the things that we could postpone buying before you go out to buy so that you don't find yourself struggling financially at the end of your purchases?
Hmm.
The third thing is that don't borrow above your faithfulness level. If you get to a point where you think that you must borrow, don't borrow above your faithfulness level. Your faithfulness level, what's your
Wow.
faithfulness level? Jesus says that if you have not been able to manage 1,000, you will not manage 2,000.
Mhm.
And then he said the person who was able to manage 5,000, he can manage 10,000. So take the one from the one he multiplied first, and then he said, no, he gave him 10 talents from five, and then he said the one that wasted is one. Take it and give to the other one. Why? Because if he was able to manage five, he will be able to manage 10 and even 11 and 12. That's why sometimes you are surprised that somebody has an appointment, they still give him another. The one who does not have, they don't give. Is faithfulness level. Financially, if you have not been able to manage 100,000 successfully and you borrow 150,000, you will waste the money.
Totally.
That extra money will be wasted first before the other 100 that you have not been able to manage. Maybe you have successfully managed 100,000 and you can have results from it, and they give you 150, you will be able to manage it.
Yes.
So your faithfulness level, check your your financial faithfulness.
Mm.
How much money are you able to manage? If they give you 1,000,000 now, will you just grow mad like others on the street, go about insulting people, buy a car, splashing mud on people, going from one bar to the other? Will you change your wallet immediately or your wardrobe? Think about it. Think about it. The fifth thing is that don't borrow to spend on liabilities. If you get to a point where you must borrow, you should have a plan.
Mm.
What are we borrowing for? It should be to spend on an asset that increases value. Don't spend on a liability that starts diminishing in value from the moment you bought it. If you buy a car now for 3 million and you go out to sell the same car 1 hour later, the price will drop. It could only increase for somebody who does not know. But most of the time, if you have used it a bit, the value drops. Because the person will come and see something that's bad in the car or that's not going right and tell you, no, because of this, you see, that's it. The fifth thing is don't borrow to help people. Don't borrow to help people. Some of us are under pressure. Somebody was important in your life, he has a situation, you don't really have money. Rather than humbly telling the people that you don't have, you go and borrow to give to people. People come for you to you for help. You don't have, you go and borrow to give to people. That's not wise. Don't do that. Don't be allow people to misunderstand you. Some people think that you are selfish, but actually you are sincere. Time will come when they will still have a need that you can actually intervene in their lives. And they will notice that you were real, you were true, and they will start repenting in their corner. Some will even come and apologize to you for misunderstanding you. So don't be under unnecessary pressures. Don't borrow to help people. Don't be under pressure to acquire what you can wait. What can wait? For example, during this season, your finances do not permit you to buy a car. Even though you may need it, you can still manage. One of our fathers in the faith said that if you think enough, then what you have is enough. I remember when we got married and we were having our kids, I used to carry our two daughters and walk along the road with them. And one will be telling me that day I'm sweating, the sun is hitting. And we didn't have the money to buy a car at that time. We could borrow to buy a car, but for what reason? We persevered until the time came when we could get one. And we got it. And when we got one that we could manage easily. We will not go and get one that tomorrow when petrol finishes, we have to start praying for money to fuel the car. So even when you start acquiring those things, get something that you can manage for that season. Before a season comes when you get the one you really desire. Be patient and learn this principle of management. Number 8, don't compare with anyone, especially friends who have gone ahead of you. Your season will come. You were with some people, and then it happened that they have gone ahead of you. That is their season. Your own season will come. Don't compare with them. Don't start doing things to show that maybe me too have arrived. Time will come when you arrive. I remember when we got into our marriage, we didn't even have chairs. We supported it like that. Even as a resident specializing, we were living like that until the time came when we could have them. Before we got them. Plan on your children. Plan on your children. Plan on your children. Plan the way they come. Some of them come in a way you don't expect. If they come, God will give you the grace to manage. But plan on them. Plan on them and try to space out if possible. If possible, because in marriage sometimes you don't determine how they will come. We have that testimony, but plan on them. And even when God gives them, be able to manage. Number 10 point. Send them to schools that are affordable for you at that level. Schools are made in such a way that you can always send your child to school. You may be desiring to send them to a school worth $1 million. But now what you can afford is a school that costs about 50,000 or even 10. Send them there. Some of us, our school fees was not up to 10,000. But we are today what we were. So sometimes a child's outcome does not so much as depend on the school the child attended or the type of school. Is the quality of life you put in the child or the visions you communicate to the child. Focus on this. Number 11, don't be under pressure to help family members, especially parents, because sometimes so much pressures are coming, they could come. If you don't have, humbly tell them, and then the little you have, share the little with them. If they don't appreciate at that time, persevere. Allow people to misunderstand you. Allow people to misunderstand you. It's very important. All right. Don't be under pressure to honor those who help you. Don't be under pressure to honor those who help you. Point number 12. Okay. Don't be under pressure to honor those who help you, because some people helped you and then they now have a situation in their lives and you are so much under pressure to help them. If I don't give something, how would they feel? Now you find yourself going to borrow to give, or you find yourself giving all what you have in the house and stay hungry. Number 13, practice saving. Practice saving. Practice saving. Practice. It's a practice. Somebody I mean to accept to practice this sometimes. Not easy. Thank you for filling that hole.
Thank
Number 14. Honor God by giving his share.
you.
I wanted it to even be the last.
Mm.
Let me even give it as the last. Number 14 is if people come to you for assistance, you may have something with you, but it's not enough. Bible says we have enough as to give to others.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, don't tell your neighbor to go and come tomorrow if you have it with you.
Yes.
Now, if you don't have it, tell them to go and come tomorrow.
Something like
That's number
that.
14. They
Mhm.
may come and the food you have in the house is just enough for the children to eat. Let them eat their food. Let the children eat their food. Tell the person that sorry, we don't have it. That's not great. They know that you give when it's there.
Yes.
But you will not starve your family because you want to help somebody.
Mhm.
You understand? Then number 15. This is it. Honor God by giving his share.
Mm.
Honor God by giving his share. I repeat, honor God by giving his share.
Share.
Because God is our supplier. He's the one giving you the money. He's the one giving you the materials, the children, everything you need.
Mhm.
And he's the one that will change your situation. And then you are eating his share. His share is the tithe. Some people are teaching on the earth that they should not pay tithe. Don't follow such deception. Don't yield to such deception. If you have chosen to be in a fellowship and they are paying tithes in that fellowship, pay your tithe. You were not forced to go there. Nobody forced you to go there. Pay your tithes and leave the rest to God. The way they manage it does not depend on you. Leave it to God. Give your first fruits. Your tithe, is 10% of your income. 10% of your income. So you are doing business from your profit, you pay a tithe, not from your capital. So if you are doing business and you have gained, for example, 10,000 in a month, your tithe is 1,000 francs. The rest you can reinvest in your business or use it, and God will protect your business. He gives us many advantages in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. In fact, verse 8 to 11. They are so mind blowing. Sometimes you realize that it even does it for our good.
Yeah.
It's like you are saving in God's bank.
Mm.
So that time comes, he multiplies it and gives it back to you. He
God
even
knows
tells
how
us
to multiply.
in Luke chapter 6, I think verse 33. So give your first fruit. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 9 and 10. First fruit, if you are doing something for the very first time, the very first profit you have from your salary or income is your first fruit. You give it to God.
Mhm.
You give it to God. And God gives us wonderful promises. Give your offerings. He says, don't come to his house empty handed. Give your offerings. Don't be going to church and then you take your money and select the 5 francs or 10 francs because according to your wicked heart, you think that the pastor is going to eat the money. No, don't think like that. God asks in the book of Malachi, if you are going to visit a governor, can you take a goat with a broken leg to go and give the governor? And then you are coming to him, a great king. He wants to be honored, to be seen as a king. And then you look for 5 francs, you look for 1,000, you look for twisted 500. You are giving it in anger that I'm giving it for this pastor to be buy his car. A pastor buy his car, you start checking to see whether you use your tithe or it's not your responsibility. When you do this, you honor God. You honor God. And when you honor God, he will bless you. He will bless your family. He will prosper you. He will make sure your generations last. These are the things you are missing when you are not honoring God. God does not need it, our money, but we have to honor him by giving it. Very, very important. So if you take these 15 points, there may be others, but these are the ones we have been able to come up with and put them into practice. You will enjoy. You will enjoy. And of course, the things that are in the home, your wife should be able to be a good manager to manage them well. To manage them well so that you don't have to go buy every time. I've already mentioned that at the beginning. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching this amazing video. I am sure that you are blessed. Don't forget to leave a comment. Tell us what do you think and what other things have you been implementing. I would like you to share to somebody so the person can be blessed. You never know who is connected to you that needs this that only you can share. So do share and be a blessing. And of course, subscribe if you've not. Thank you. God bless you.
Mm.